Day 324. Just filling up now. I've got 2 fields to spray. It's going to be 3 tank full instead of just 2, which I would do with the new one. No, actually I've done it in 1 tank full of the new one. So just filling up now. But that's a hell of a time save, isn't it, really? So I'm going from 2, 3 tanks. Yeah. Anyway, fill up now. Do that. Hopefully as well, I'll get it done before the drill arrives, before the rain arrives. It's still dry at the moment, but it is supposed to be raining. So this is the last dose of fertiliser on the winter barley. I want to get it on quite handy because if you put it on a bit late, it kind of keeps growing and we can't get into combine it. And we want an early start with combining because we've got a lot to do. This is the worst field of barley, so we had some poor patches in it where it floods. So we've patched it up with spring barley. See, it's gone yellow. But in places it's okay. And it's only 9 acres, so it's not too bad. But it just shows you how bad the winter was. It's not all good. But that's spring barley the other side of them bushes. So when we combine this, we'll combine the winter, leave the spring bit behind, and then combine that at the same time as the other bit. Just thought I'd show you this. I'm at the new farm now. There's a house over there. Project. Rebuild the barns there, going ahead. This is where the grass field was mown last sort of autumn, but it started hammering down with rain. So Sam didn't finish the field. So then this was what was left. So he mowed this a few weeks ago. But look at the difference in the grass growth and the density of it. So there's all the dead grass. It's not tilled out. If you look here, it's just thick. You know, you can't really see your boots in it. But there, it's just so sparse and dense. Just shows you how it adapts and survives, if you will. So it was mechanically beaten with a mower, so it caused it to tiller and thicken and get more sunlight. And that's great. And then here, it's like totally behind. So it just shows you if only he'd started a bit sooner, or at least, you know, not had that rain. There comes the rain. That looks well, that barley, to be fair. Perfect conditions again for putting it on. We'll get no scorch because it'll get washed straight in as well, straight off the plant. That was where they dug the other day, and now they've dug here and found it. Result. So they've finally dug on the right side of the road. Different gang this time. Found the pipe, pinhole in it. We're going to dig back down to it, holler out around it, put a collar on it with seals, and then tighten it up, and that'll fix the water leak. Why they couldn't have done that 6 months ago, I don't know. Just spoke to Sam. The new drill is at the traffic lights where they're supposed to be building the roundabout, which incidentally we've still not been paid for the stone yet, and it's now about 10:30 in the morning. So they've got, well, I don't know, 6 or 8 hours before they close business today. They've got to go around the block, down a road that's really narrow with trees overhanging because of the building the roundabout, so I hope it doesn't damage my drill. And they've got to come in through the traffic lights they've now got set up for the burst water main, but at least they're fixing it, and then into the yard. And it's now raining, so what we're going to do is probably pull it in the shed and unload it in the shed so we don't get wet. It's here, complete with some greenery up there, stuck to the coulters where it's been rattling on the trees. It's a monster. Looks a beast. It only just fits on that wagon, doesn't it? See the sides hanging over the edge. Get it unloaded in here so we're not getting wet, unchaining it. My phone rung so I didn't get a video of it coming off, but I'm just going to make sure that leg doesn't catch the floor in a minute when the tractor comes down the ramp. It was nearly catching the trailer deck. Just misses the floor of the jack. Anyway, it's backed off now, and it's kind of as big as the combine. In fact, it's shadowed with the combine. It's a bit dodgy now, getting that on there with the wheels, because they're only just touching. Oh, it's coming back off. I'm going to try again. See if that's going to work now. Don't scratch my floor. Dad, move out the way. Trying for the third time. Can't get it over enough to be square on his wagon. There we go. Oh well, not too bad. Out with the old, in with the new. John Deere's off to pastures new. That's a poem.
Ones you're going to use are what you'd say on the actual home screen, if you will. So,
I'm not going to lie, but that's a really crap graphics.
well,
You have to watch the pylons, wouldn't you? That's colossal, that. At least if it blocks up, you can just lift it up. It's folding out now.
thin, and all I do is I generally put the two thin ones in between the two thick ones. I've done that already.
So there's 4 either side, like?
Yeah, I've done that either side, and then...
Just to keep it tight?
Yeah.
What are you putting in?
Sunflowers.
That's good.
Last field of barley, putting the liquid FERT on.
We've had a few showers today, but we've been in the shed learning about the drill, seeing how it works. We're not just sure if it's going to fit under one of the low bridges, so we might go and try it in a minute if it's not raining too much. And luckily it's not too wet as well to get this on, and then it's going to rain tomorrow really bad, so well, that'll be finished. Not sure how to explain this, but if you imagine last year I did the sunflower maze and I gave around just over 40,000 away to charity. Well, in the eyes of HMRC, I've earned that money and then given it away. So I should be liable for the tax on it. Anyway, I've managed to get around it this year because I've had a bit of expenditure and the farm didn't make much money. But next year, if it's a decent year and the sunflower maze is a success again, the money that I give away to charity in the eyes of HMRC is I've earned it and it was my choice to give it away. So I should pay the tax on it. So if anyone can think of a better way around it other than setting up a charity, let me know, because setting up a charity takes ages and there's a lot of paperwork which I don't like doing. So if you think you know, leave a comment below or get in touch, that'd be great. Because I don't want a tax bill for tens of thousands of pounds for money that I've never even had and I've given it away, if you get me. This was yesterday's quiz question. It is in fact emery cloth. We use a lot of it because we're always fixing things. So I'll just show you how it works. If you rip a bit off, you can basically wrap it around the shaft like that. This is incredibly difficult to do one hand. And then you can do that. And you can pull the shaft, do different things with it. I'm not sure can't remember if I showed anyone this, but I said that the baby Merlot didn't have a charge point for a phone. Anyway, got this little nifty thing off eBay. It plugs into the empty square holes in dashboards on tractors and Merlots. Give it 12 volt at the back, and it's actually chargers, USB chargers, and fast ones as well. So thanks for whoever it was that told me where to find one. And it's going to go in the Merlot when I get a chance. But I can't remember if I showed anyone yet, so if I have, sorry. Right, apparently the quiz questions are too easy. So just for Belinda's kids, I'm going to do a difficult one today. So tape measure. See the top goes up and down. You see that? It's loose on the rivets. Does anyone know why that is? If you think you know, leave a comment below. Obviously the drill's arrived today, so we spent a lot of the day learning all the different things on it and how it works, so that if the weather comes right we can get straight out of it. The HORSCH themselves will probably come back as well the first day we're using it, just check that everything's set up correctly and it's working properly. I've not really had a chance to go fully round it to show you exactly what it is, why we've got it and how it works, so I'll probably do that tomorrow because it's forecast to be raining again tomorrow. as for the roundabout, digging it up in the morning, we've had a payment come into the bank and we think they've paid, but we won't know who it's come from until the morning. So in the morning we'll check, and if it's not from them, we've got the trailers here and we're going to go and get some stone. They tell us they've paid, and like I say, there's a payment coming, but until after midnight we won't know. So you'll have to tune in tomorrow and see. Anyway, that's about it for today. I think you can click up here to subscribe and click here to watch another video. Hopefully the bateman's going to be getting started to build very soon as well. And so don't forget, tell your mates, keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking, because I need to grow the channel, because if the sprayer comes at the end of July, I reckon I need to be around 20,000 subscribers for YouTube to pay for it. I don't want it to be half a YouTube sprayer. So I'll see you tomorrow, anyway. And here's a guest outro from George off Instagram.